Why did God create the tree of good and evil if he knew that Adam and Eve will sin? And not just that he created the tree, he created hellfire because he knew that Adam and Eve will eat that fruit and he will send them to hell. Does it not imply that God is evil? This is the question that most people ask. You see, there is nothing bad about asking questions. When you don't know about anything, how God created, how God made things, you ask questions. But the point there is that if you don't have adequate answer to what you are asking, you keep your mouth shut. God has his reason of creating everything. If you don't know why God created things, you ask questions and be educated. I'm going to teach us 3 reasons why God mounted that tree there. There are 3 reasons. Number 1 reason why God created that tree is that God wanted to complete creation. You see, everything in life, everything God created is a clue, is a representative of what he is and what he knows. Both from the soil to the sun to the plant to the animal is a representative, is a clue of who he is. And that tree he planted there is a clue of who he is. Don't forget, the Bible says God knows what is good and evil. He knows what is good and decided to maintain being good. He knows what is good and maintained it. He knows what is evil and decided not to do evil because he knows the implication of being evil. So because he created things into being, he had to bring in that nature of him being good and knowing evil into creation in the form of a tree, so that man can reach out to obtaining the license of being a god. Now this now brings me to the second reason why God created the tree. Number 2 reason is that God wanted man to complete the cycle of a god. He wanted man to complete the cycle of a god, because since God created man, the Bible says God created man in his own image, according to his likeness. So you see, for man to become God as God is, because God is holy, he created man to be holy. God is righteous, he created man to be righteous. Now God knows good and evil. At that point, Adam didn't know what is good, he didn't know what is evil, because he does not have that knowledge. The tree was planted for them so that Adam can be able to know good and evil and complete the cycle of being a god. And God gave them instruction and told them, don't eat. Why? Because he wanted them to obtain a level where when they eat it, they can be able to maintain the qualification of being a god. You see, he gave them the instruction. It's just like a child. When a child that is 15 years comes to the father and says, Daddy, buy me a car. You see, the father will be like, car? What you need now is not a car. What you need is books, materials for learning, not car. Not that car is bad. But the father knows that if he gives that child that car, he will overdo it. Don't throw that down. Don't eat it. It is not yet time. You need to be trained. You need to be equipped. You need to get to a certain level where you will be able to maintain being good. That was why God restricted them, so that there was something bad about the tree. He gave them instruction. Don't eat. He wanted it there because he wanted a man to complete the cycle of a god, knowing good and evil. He knew that there was a time for Adam to eat it, but he said no. Don't eat it yet until I give the instruction to. That is number 2 reason. Number 3 reason is because the Bible says, don't you know that he will judge angels? Yes, God created man to judge angels, especially those fallen angels. So he wanted man to have the clue, the knowledge of analyzing what is good and evil. So that when God starts narrating the story of what those angels did that made them to fall down, man will not be able to analyze what they did, which that will warrant them being cast into the bottomless pit. So God created these 3 for these 3 reasons that I've said. And if you don't know these things, you will miss out. That is why we are seeing atheists, you see Judaism, you see different religious entities, because they don't know why God made things. And this is now making people to talk awkward things and make blasphemy of who God is. Now you know the reason why God created that tree. Now I want you to share this video. Let this video go viral. Let everybody hear and know why God mounted that tree there. Because if they don't know these things, they will miss out. And this is one of the tricks the devil is using to put people into jeopardy and then sentence them to eternal condemnation. People should be careful. Thank you very much and God bless you. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like this video. God bless you.